Tom Trotter, president of flight school Vegas Aviation, has been flying for nearly 50 years.
Any speculation about the cause of what happened in D.C. is very premature right now.
Although it is too early in the investigations to know what happened in the D.C. collision, Trotter shares his experience to provide insight on how flights typically work.
Communication between pilots and ATC is critical and required in congested airports like ours or like where we saw the tragedy in D.C. We're very clear and concise and punctual in how we communicate with each other because there's lots of other airplanes on the communication frequencies as well. I will tell you though, going into Washington to Reagan International, it's a very challenging approach.
The airspace around the Capitol is complex, says Trotter. Commercial flights are restricted from certain areas, and there are specific procedures to getting in and out of Reagan International. Not to mention, there are additional variables to factor in when descending towards the ground.
When you get below 1,000 feet above the ground, those systems that tell you where the other airplanes are, they don't quite have the same integrity as they do higher up in the air.
Because those systems do not work as well, greater priority is placed on communication with the air traffic controller and maintaining visual clearance from other aircraft.
And my experience is that our controllers do a fantastic job of best they can keeping traffic separated. One of the similarities between Las Vegas and Washington is we do have some military airspace, or quite a bit of military airspace around us.
Trotter says there are procedures in place to manage the flights from commercial and military aircraft, something that he says local air traffic controllers have excelled at.
The restricted area that's kind of north and northwest of North Las Vegas is used for military training. We have very strict procedures, though, to keep us away from any restricted area.
In the Las Vegas metro, it is uncommon for military aircraft to go towards the city. Most routes move away.
It's a great tragedy that we experienced in Washington, D.C., and typically the control systems that the FAA has in place prevent that from happening on a regular basis.
For News 3, I'm Ming Salao.